As I kick off the second 100 days of this journey, day number 101 today, I had a bit of a milestone day yesterday where I shared my 6 top lessons or learnings that I've taken from the first 100 days of this journey. If you haven't checked that out yet, check that out. There's a ton of value there. But as I start this second part of this journey, this second 100 days, I've got a few things bouncing around my mind, but it keeps coming back to this idea of how I can start to make more progress solving the immediate problems that I am trying to overcome. The most immediate of which is, how can I start creating more content that people are actually going to engage in? If you have been following along, I've spoken about a strategy that I am testing out at the moment where I am producing value-driven content. I've been producing smaller scale reels and videos and static image posts for the purpose of getting comments and getting people to raise their hand. Been a fantastic experience so far in just going through that cycle of creating, posting, testing. But the challenge that I have at the moment right now is I'm just not getting enough people raising their hand at the content that I'm putting out there. So today I want to take some time to explore 2 questions that I came across in the last few days and how I can start applying this to my social media content to hopefully attract the right type of people with the right type of message. If you're finding yourself feeling a little bit stuck in a bit of a rut, unsure how to get yourself out and back on track, I've got a 5-minute daily planning continuous improvement tool that might just be exactly what you need to give yourself a little bit of a kickstart or give you that kickstart that you need and get yourself back on track. It's been specifically designed to help busy business owners or entrepreneurs find the most important things they need to be paying attention to each and every day and actually start getting you moving again. All you need to do is reach out, let me know you're interested, let me know where to send it, and I'll shoot it straight through. Hello, and welcome back to the From Zero to Marketing Hero podcast. My name's Paul Heron. I'm a life coach and entrepreneur, and over the last 5 years, I've been setting up a successful one-on-one coaching business. A few months ago now, I decided that I had had enough of outsourcing my marketing, and I decided that this is the year that I'm going to figure some of this stuff out for my own. So to keep challenging myself and to push myself out of my comfort zone, I decided I was going to record, post, upload a podcast episode every single day to document the journey and to give you guys a bit of a look at the highs and lows along the way and hopefully provide a ton of value you can use in your own journey. So without any further ado, let's get into today's episode where I want to share and talk through how I can apply 2 really powerful questions that I came across that can be used when determining content that we're putting out and offers in general that we're putting out into the world. I came across these 2 questions while listening to Seth Godin's book, The Practice, and I found them really powerful questions to think through. The first question is, who is it for? So whatever we're making, getting really specific in who it's for. And the second question is, what is it for? What problem is this solution or this thing solving? Now, what I love most about these questions is the simplicity of them. But I also love that you can just keep digging in and going down further. I think there is a need to get as specific as we can when we're looking at the problems and challenges we're looking to provide some assistance and help to, as well as when looking at who our solutions are actually being targeted at. So if I ask myself the question of who is it for? If you had to ask me this 6 months, 12 months ago in my one-on-one coaching business, I pretty much might have said, anyone who comes to me that has, challenges with confidence, or they want to feel like they're stuck in a rut and they want to start making some meaningful progress towards a meaningful, worthwhile cause, yes, I can help out. But particularly over the last few months, I have really come to understand that particularly from a marketing point of view, we need to get really specific in terms of who it is that we're trying to provide help for. So even after I've done quite a bit of work over the past few months, the answer that I would come up with today is probably people who are working from home, people who have been in business between 6 and 12 months, who have gone through that honeymoon phase of sorts. It's not quite what they expected. They've learned enough really valuable lessons to help them understand roughly where it is they want to be moving towards. And I want to be able to help them come through some of those challenges that I've overcome myself. For example, the whole visibility resistance thing, allowing their authentic self to shine through, creating some structure, some systems and processes that you can trust to start producing predictable results and things like that. But what I'm finding myself, even right now, asking myself this question, who is it for? I can see that what I just described there is still very, very vague. And maybe it's the second question that helps me get even more specific. Maybe it's a combination of the two, and maybe I'll find myself bouncing between the two. But if I go to the second question, what is it for? The first thing that comes to mind there is really a need to understand the specific challenge that they're experiencing right now. What's that one thing that is holding them back from making a meaningful step towards the place where they ultimately want to be? What's the one thing that they need to discover the answer to, the problem they need to find the solution to that's going to help them move that needle forward? And for me, this is a much more challenging question to think through. The who is it for, I think I'm starting to get there, but I think what this helps me see is that I need to become a little bit more clear and specific about where they are on their journey. Because the who it's for is a particular person, I guess, and as they travel through their timeline, they don't change. I think that's the understanding that I'm taking from this right now. They kind of remain the same. They will grow with experience and become more confident, and there will be slight changes, but at their core, they remain the same. The challenges and specific problems they face, however, will constantly be changing and evolving. In one moment or one point of time, there might be a need to get their head around WordPress, for example, and set up a website and landing pages and the like. 6 months later, it might be a completely different challenge. They might be focused on improving their closing rate in their sales calls. 6 weeks later, it might be a brand new challenge again. So it kind of becomes this, who is it for? It's somebody that's on this journey. And what is it for? It's someone on this journey at this stage facing this particular specific problem. And I think this really helps put into perspective what it is that I'm trying to create with my core offer, my one-on-one coaching offer. That's something that's in progress, under construction. I'm 5 years into my coaching journey. I've worked with some wonderful clients, but I still don't have a fully defined core offer. That is something I'm working on. But this is also really, really powerful and something that's going to come in extremely useful when looking at these little mini offers, these little value bombs that I'm hopefully going to use to get people's attention, to get people to raise their hand and say, yes, that's me. And I think it really does need to be a combination of these two questions, because just calling out those specific demand triggers or the specific challenges aren't powerful when they're not associated with the specific person on a particular journey. And just calling out that journey in itself isn't specific enough at all. It's actually not talking to any challenge or problem and is not going to get people's attention. It's just not going to cut through the noise. So yeah, I just find these two questions really, really interesting, and they're definitely something that are going to be on my mind as I move forward, as I work more and more on the problem that I'm trying to solve right now. And that, again, is getting people to raise their hand. So I just want to quickly finish off with just a little example about how this might work. The who is it for? It potentially, if I apply it back to my life coaching business, it might be for people who are wanting to feel fulfilled and happy. I might show an image of somebody sitting on the beach, feeling content, feeling happy and content. This is more of a situation or a vision or a goal rather than anything that we can actually start making progress on today. But if in conjunction with that, I tried various different demand-related triggers, such as 3 steps to tackle any problem, the ultimate morning routine that's going to boost your mood for the whole day, 5 secrets to eradicating procrastination forever, goal-setting essentials to help you start taking that first step, 30 days to fill in the blank, name your vice that you want to overcome, smoking, drinking, whatever that might be. My 1-page strategy to losing 2 pounds a week without counting calories. Each one of these demand related triggers will get different people's attention. It's also a way for me to test out what is going to resonate with the market. They're much more specific, and if anyone is actually facing that exact problem in that exact moment, it's much more likely to get their attention, get them to raise their hand and start that conversation. So I hope this makes sense. It's something I've been thinking about over the last couple of days, and something I'm going to be applying more and more as I create these little offers. And these little offers will be very much based around these demand triggers that I just mentioned there, which again comes back to that question of what is it for? So I'll leave it there for today. If anyone has any comments or feedback, I would love to know your thoughts and what you think. If anyone resonates with any of those little points that I mentioned at the end there, reach out, because these are actually things that I have used in my business to help people at various different times. And it will be very easy for me to put together a little worksheet and a video. And that's exactly what I'm trying to put together at the moment. I'm trying to figure out and get feedback about what actually resonates. So if any of them resonate with you, reach out, let me know. And I'll be more than happy to provide some value and to point you in the right direction and get you making some progress on your own journey. The best way to reach me is to head over to the website. It's paulheronlifecoaching.com. There's a few different ways you can reach out there. But just reach out, let me know where to send it, let me know your query or your question, and I'll be in touch with you as soon as possible. Finally, if you are enjoying the show, it would be fantastic if you could take a moment to just hit pause for a moment and hit subscribe. It really does go a long way in helping to share the show with a wider audience. And until tomorrow, have a fantastic day today. Bye for now.